Hey everybody, it's Cooper here, and I thought I would do something a little different. I know I've done a few of these before, like months and months and months ago, and everything has definitely changed, so I thought that I'd do a Super Nintendo collection video for you. And then pretty soon I'm also going to do Nintendo 64, NES, Game Boy, probably GameCube, whatever else you guys want to see, just let me know. So, um, I'm filming this on January 23rd, 2012. And what I'm going to be showing you is everything I have Super Nintendo up until this date, and this is going to be uploaded before a few pickup videos, so there might be some stuff in pickup videos to come that you will see in this video. So let's just jump into it. Okay, so I thought to start off I'd kind of just give you an overview of how everything's placed on the shelves before we jump into showing you everything. So here's my Nintendo 64 collection. Then at the bottom here we start off with the Super Nintendo stuff. Sorry, the camera's a little weird, but it's my built-in webcam on my computer. And then we have some cartridges, or the boxes up here on the first two rows. And then down here are my carts. And then right here we've got the Super Game Boy. So now I'm going to show you the stuff in detail. Alright, so first off, I'm going to show you kind of the accessories and systems and stuff like that I have for it. And then I'm going to go through and show you all the boxes I have. Most of them have manuals. I'm not going to go through which ones do and which ones don't, because obviously that would take forever. But I'm going to do that, and then at the end I'm going to go through and show you the cartridges. And I'm going to put that at the end because I know some people don't want to see the cartridges and the boxes. This is going to probably be a very long video because I do have a lot of games, but I do have more boxes than cartridges. So if you want to see which games I'm missing that I have the boxes for, you can go ahead and watch the full video and see that towards the end. So we're going to start off here. Hopefully this is a good angle for you. I didn't want to get the TV in it. I've got a boxed Super Nintendo. This is just a standard system that comes with Super Mario World. As you can see, it does have a rip here. It's got a sticker over here, and then on the back it has one of these warranty stickers that someone tried to remove and rip the box a little bit. But other than that, it's in pretty good shape. It's not crushed or anything, and it's basically all in there. I'm missing I'm missing the controllers only because I have the controllers, but they're not in the box because if I put them in there, I won't have any out to use. So I do need to get some more controllers, but basically I have everything that originally came in this. Next up, we have the Super Scope. Sorry about these weird angles. But yeah, the Super Scope, this comes with the game Super Scope 6, and this is all in there. If you guys remember one of my most recent pickup videos, I got this from a guy locally, and I paid 20 bucks for it, I believe, which is pretty good considering that it goes for about 50 on eBay. So there's that. The box is in great shape. Next up, we have a Super Game Boy. As you can see, it's got not sold separately on here, so I'm not sure if this ever came bundled with a system, but it does have that sticker on there. Box on this one's a little beat up, and there's a price tag up here that says $14.95. I got this a very long time ago in Portland, Oregon. My friend Cassidy was buying a Super Nintendo bundle, and the guy was a collector, and he had this in a different box, and I bought this from him with a few other things for I think 10 or 20 bucks, so not much on that one. Next up, I have two Super Nintendo cleaning kits, and these are both different boxes. As you can see, we'll go with the top one here first. It's got Mario cleaning your TV screen, basically, on the front there. This is in really good shape. I believe this one's missing the manual, if I'm not mistaken. And then the other one here, which is also in pretty good shape, but the corners and edges are a little rough, is just a standard covered one. They both actually look the same. The cleaning cartridges are the same. They just have different boxes. I'm not sure why. Next we have a reproduction box for a Super Nintendo controller. These are pretty common on eBay. If you see like a new controller in box, it is usually going to have one of these kind of boxes, and it's from a seller that will have like more than 10 available. But I basically got this for free from my friend a while ago. And then I have an original box for a Super Nintendo controller, so you can see what a real one is supposed to look like. And this is in great shape. I got this from the same friend that I got the reproduction one from. Okay, so now we're going to be moving into the boxes for the games. And these are going to be in alphabetical order, and I'm hoping not to mix them up because I took these off the shelf and set them down in alphabetical order the way I have them on the shelf, so hopefully they can stay that way. So most of them are in box protectors, so it might be a little hard to see condition on some of them. I didn't want to take them all out of the protectors because it's just a lot of work. So first up, we have Batman Forever. Sticker on the back there. I'm not going to talk too much about them, just because I do have over 80 games here to go through, so we might go kind of quickly. Battletoads and Battlemaniacs. This is one that I know for sure I'm missing the cartridge for, but it's got the manual and everything. Biometal. Super Castlevania 4. Chess Master. Choplifter 3. Rescue Survive. Sticker on the back of that one. Clay Fighter. The only reason some of them don't have protective cases on them is because when I bought the protective sleeves, I only bought enough to cover the games I currently had, so any of them that you see without the covers, I got after I bought them, because I've already used all the ones I had. Next we have Cybernator. And I am going to buy more covers probably in a month or two here, because I have gotten a lot of games since I bought them. Darius Twin. Sorry about the glare and about the weird angles I'm holding the games at. It's just kind of hard to get it perfect because the computer's at an angle from me. Okay, moving on to the second stack here. This is a very good stack of games here. Donkey Kong Country. This next one is one of my favorite games of all time, probably top 3 from any system. Donkey Kong Country 2, Diddy Kong's Quest. I love this game, used to play this on all the time as a kid. I actually remember having a Super Nintendo. I think it was a little bit, I think we got it after we got the Nintendo 64 because I remember having it in my bedroom. Next is Donkey Kong Country 3. Dixie Kong's Double Trouble. And most of my boxes are in pretty good condition. I try not to buy ones that are really beat up. Next we have Draken. I know I'm missing the manual on this one, so if anybody has a Draken manual, let me know. Earth Defense Force. Equinox. And then we have some pretty expensive games here. Final Fantasy II. Sorry about that glare. Final Fantasy III. And Final Fantasy Mystic Quest. That one finishes off that stack. So that's 2 stacks down, 8 to go. This next stack includes my most expensive Super Nintendo game. Normally I would save the best for last, but these games are stored in alphabetical order, and I don't really want to take them out of that order, as I said before. So you're gonna probably see my best. You're gonna see my best game in this stack. Final Fight. Here's an expensive one. Final Fight 2. Frogger. F-Zero. And this is a Player's Choice Million Seller Edition. I don't collect Greatest Hits or Player's Choice or Platinum Hits or anything like that, but for cartridge games, I don't really care as much because they look the same when they're displayed on the shelf. They don't have like a yellow label on the bottom or a red label or something like that. Next one is Gradius 3. And this is my most expensive Super Nintendo game, and that is Hagane, the Final Conflict. Then we have Hal's Hold'em 1 Golf. I know it's a shame to have this one and Hagane side by side, but until I get another game starts with H and is going to be in the middle of those, they're going to have to be together. Next we have Jeopardy Deluxe Edition. And then The Lawnmower Man. And we're already at 11.5 minutes here for this portion of the video, because I'm recording them. I recorded the first parts in separate pieces, so this video definitely is going to be very long. I'll try and put an annotation in somewhere at the beginning. Obviously, you've already seen it, but an annotation showing you when the cartridges start. Next, we have The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past. Sorry, I always get this one and Link's Awakening mixed up when I'm reading them off. Sorry about that glare. Next we have John Madden Football 93. Then we have Madden 96. And then this is my only sealed Super Nintendo game, and that's Metal Combat Falcon's Revenge. You can see the vertical seam there. I picked this up off eBay for like $8 with free shipping, I think, and the seller had a few of them. So I don't know if they're still going for that cheap, but you could look that up and maybe get one of those for pretty cheap. Next we have Monopoly. We have Mortal Kombat 3. I think this one might be one that I'm missing the cartridge on, but I'm not sure. NBA Live 95. There's obviously a lot less glare on the ones that aren't in the protective sleeves, unfortunately. And we have NBA Showdown. And the last one from this stack is NCAA Basketball. Next we have NCAA football. Kind of moving quickly through the sports games because they're not as interesting. Then we have NFL Capcom's MVP football. NFL Quarterback Club 96. Sorry about that. Then we have Ninja Warriors. Then this one I'm not quite sure how to pronounce. This is another kind of expensive one, and that's Phalanx, I believe is how you say it. Alpha Omega Sin used this cover in one of his worst game covers of all time videos. Next we have Pocky and Rocky. Then we have Pro Quarterback. All these sports games are just kind of fillers. I know because I am going for a complete Super Nintendo collection, so I have to get them eventually. Next we have RoboCop versus the Terminator. This one has the hardcover plastic top to it and the cardboard back. So if you haven't seen this, check that out. It's pretty cool. All the lettering is raised up. And then we have Run Saber, another Atlas game. That finishes up that stack. Next up we have Shanghai 2, Dragon's Eye. Picked this up pretty recently at a flea market. I believe it was only a couple bucks. I also got this one there, which is Shaq Fu. Next up is one of my more expensive games, and that is Soul Blazer. Next up, Star Fox. Classic. Then we have Street Fighter 2. Super Battle Tank, War in the Gulf. Super Caesar's Palace. Super Ghouls and Ghosts. And the last one in this stack is Super Mario All-Stars. Whoops. This next stack has some pretty good ones in it. We have Super Mario Kart. I remember getting this one off eBay for like between 18 and 20 bucks with free shipping, and it's in pretty good shape. So that was a pretty cool find. And then we have Super Mario World 2, Yoshi's Island. I think I might be missing the instruction manual for this one, but I'm not quite sure. Next up, this is probably the best conditioned box in my entire collection, not just Super Nintendo, and that is Super Metroid. Another expensive one, complete. Then we have Super Play Action Football. Next up is Super R-Type. Really cool cover artwork on this one. Then we have Super Star Wars, first one. Then we have Super Star Wars The Empire Strikes Back. And Super Star Wars Return of the Jedi. think that's all of them on the Super Nintendo. I'm not sure though. If there are any more, let me know in the comments. And then we have Super Street Fighter 2. And this one, I know I'm missing the cartridge on, because I just got that recently, so if you have that cartridge for trade or sale, let me know. Next stack here. Super Tennis. Super Turrican. We're getting into, well, we've already been into all the Super games since Super Mario All-Stars. We have Super Valis 4. This is an Atlas title, and this one's actually pretty cheap to get complete if you're looking for a complete RPG for your Super Nintendo collection. This one runs for about 20 bucks complete on eBay. Next we have Tetris and Dr. Mario. Then we have Thunder Spirits. Tiny Toon Adventure, Buster Bust Loose. I think I might have gotten that one recently. Next we have Total Carnage. I heard that this was, I might sound like a complete idiot here, but I think the guy I got this from told me it was like a non-official sequel to Super Smash TV. I'm not sure, it might be a completely different game, so don't quote me on that, and I hope I don't sound like an idiot saying that. Next we have Hey Punk, Are You Tough Enough? Or just Tough Enough. Then we have UN Squadron. This one I'm missing the manual for. I can tell because it's a completely empty box. And then we're moving on to the last stack of boxes here. And I try to keep the manuals in with the boxes and just keep the cartridges separately. I'd like to keep the boxes in as best shape as I can, so if the cartridges are not being stored in the boxes, I don't have to worry about taking them off and opening them and all that. This last stack has my second most rare game in it. So we start off this stack with Vegas Stakes. Then we have Wario's Woods. And then Warp Speed. And then this next one is my second most rare Super Nintendo game, and that is Wild Guns. Next up is Wing Commander. Then we have Wings 2, Aces High. Then we have Ys, Wanderer from Ys 3. And the last box that I have is for Zoop. So now we're going to move on to the cartridges. Alrighty, for this part, I thought that I would change the background scenery for you, so it's not completely boring seeing the cartridges for all the boxes I just showed you. To start off, I'll show you the accessories. We've got the Super Game Boy, and then I also have a honeybee converter. This is shaped, the bottom is shaped like a Famicom game, so I think this is to be able to play American games on a Super Famicom, or it could be the other way around. I'm not quite sure, but either way, these go for about 50 to 80 bucks online. So the cartridges that I have are not in any particular order, so I just pulled them off the shelf and set them down. I'm not going to be saving the best for last or anything like that, but they're also not in any specific order. So first up, Super Battle Tank, War in the Gulf. And I'm going to go through these a little bit quicker. NFL Quarterback Club 96. Super Valis 4, Vegas Stakes, John Madden Football 93, and Madden 96. Darius Twin, Earth Defense Force, Equinox. They seem like they might be a little bit in alphabetical order because I was thinking about putting the cards in alphabetical order, and I got partway through and then decided not to. Wings 2, Aces High. Great Iron Maiden song if you haven't heard that. Jeopardy Deluxe Edition. Wing Commander. Super Castlevania 4. Super Mario Kart. Gradius 3. Draken. Legend of Zelda, A Link to the Past. Here is Hagane, my rarest Super Nintendo game. As you can see, I've got the dust protector on it, and it's in the plastic baggie. I don't leave that one stacked up with my regular carts. I have it off to the side. Super Mario All-Stars. Super Mario 2, Yoshi's Island. These ones are all kind of grouped together because I let a friend borrow them with these games, borrow Super Nintendo with these games. Donkey Kong Country 2, Donkey Kong Country 1, and Donkey Kong Country 3, then Tetris and Dr. Mario, Pocky and Rocky, Super Star Wars, Mortal Kombat 3. I thought that might have been one I didn't have the box for, or I didn't have the cartridge for, but I do. Street Fighter 2, The Chess Master, Capcom's MVP Football, Wario's Woods, Pro Quarterback, Final Fight 2, and the first Final Fight. Tiny Toons, Buster Bust Loose, Cybernator, Hal's Hole-in-One Golf. I think we're about halfway through here. Super R-Type, Ninja Warriors, Super Play Action Football, Thunder Spirits, Super Turrican, Super Caesar's Palace, Super Ghouls and Ghosts, Warp Speed, Wild Guns, my second rarest Super Nintendo game, Super Tennis, NBA Showdown, Super Star Wars, Return of the Jedi, RoboCop vs. Terminator, Super Star Wars, The Empire Strikes Back, here's a copy of Kendo Rage, which should not be in here because I don't have the box for this one, so I don't know why that's even in here. Phalanx, Tough Enough, NCAA Football, and NCAA Basketball. Final Fantasy Mystic Quest, Frogger, Shaq Fu, Shanghai 2, Dragon's Eye. Ys 3, Wanderer from Ys. Zoop. F-Zero. UN Squadron. Batman Forever. I remember this was a really cheap one to get complete off eBay. I think I paid like $6 or $7 with shipping included for that one. Biometal. Final Fantasy 3. Almost done here. Soul Blazer. Super Metroid. Monopoly. Total Carnage. And we got 4 more. Final Fantasy 2. Sorry about the glare. Run Saber. The Lawnmower Man. And Star Fox. So that is my entire Super Nintendo collection. I've got a few other things that I decided not to show because there's no point. I have like some third-party controllers that are loose. I've got another loose system. I've got, you know, cords and controllers and stuff like that that aren't really worth showing. So yeah, that's my entire Super Nintendo collection. I hope you guys enjoyed, and for those of you that watched until the end, thank you very much, and I will see you guys next time.